In this video, we're going to finish out the rectangular construction blocks by modeling the tall thin block for activity 1.2.2 3D solid modeling in Introduction to Engineering Design. I'm going to go ahead and again make sure construction blocks, the active project, select new, double click on standard IPT, and we're going to go ahead and start a 2D sketch on the XY plane. We're going to go ahead and use the 2-point rectangle once more. Select the origin. Again, make sure we get that green dot that shows up. And in this case, as I'm drawing, again, I have not clicked. If you click, then you'll have to create dimensions by selecting dimension. In this case, as I'm drawing, I can actually type dimensions in. So I'm going to go ahead and do, this is going to be 1.125 for the width. Press the tab key on the keyboard. The height of this is going to be 3.5 inches, and I'm going to press the enter key. And if I zoom out here, I can be able to see those measurements. You're going to notice some of these glyphs that show up. These are geometric constraints. If I right click and say OK, they kind of disappear for a moment. If I need to move these dimensions, you always kind of click and hold down and drag these numbers. So that way you can kind of see what's going on there. So we're good to go as far as our dimensions. We say we're fully constrained in the bottom right hand corner of our screen. Let's go ahead and finish it. Click on the home button on the view cube to size our sketch to the screen. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to extrude. This is going to be a 1/2 inch if I just start typing 0.5 in there. Or if I want to go ahead and do in the opposite direction, I can do a negative 0.5, which you'll notice kind of gives me a little bit of an error. So I usually have to go in and kind of make a little bit of an adjustment. So negative is probably not going to work for us so much. So let's go ahead and keep that as 0.5. And we actually have to flip the direction. Go ahead and select OK. And under generic for the material, if I type W, we can go down to the wood section. So it drops us down to W's, and I'm going to choose maple. And then here I've been using blue, so if I type B, that jumps me up to the B's here, and I can grab blue wall paint glossy for my construction block. So I'm going to go ahead and here finish out what I've got by clicking the save button. Call this the tall thin block. Select save or select enter on the keyboard to save it. And now if I close this menu, we'll see we've got all 4 of our rectangular construction blocks modeled. And now in the next video, we'll take a look at the triangular ones that we can have in our set.